With every end, there is a new beginning, and after 140 days of stoppage in Hollywood, we are finally, apparently, getting some movement between the Hollywood studios and the Writers Guild. A deal would mean some return to normalcy in the media world, especially if movement can be made on the actors' front as well. But at the same time, the industry is losing one of its most infamous or famous executives. Rupert Murdoch announces he will step down as chairman of Fox Corp and News Corp after more than 70 years in the media industry. Here to break down the news is Janice Min. She's the editor-in-chief of Ankler and former co-president of the Hollywood Reporter Billboard Entertainment Group, as well as our own Alex Sherman, CNBC.com media reporter. Why don't we start with the strike, Janice? What is the buzz you're hearing in Hollywood about how close the parties may be and how soon the actors might follow suit and settle?
People feel good today. It's the first sign of optimism since this whole thing began in May. There was a huge breakthrough yesterday when the studios, the AMPTP is their organization, and the WGA, the Writers Guild, released a joint statement. Now, remember, these two sides have been in a standoff. They've been releasing dueling memos, and for the first time, it seemed like progress was getting made. I would be surprised if there is a deal today, but I think we are within spitting distance now. I would say the appetite for this to go on any further, people thought it would wrap up by Labor Day, and every single day it keeps going on is just more and more pain in the industry. So much anxiety, so much stress. People want it done.
What about the SAG side of it? Is that likely to follow along in fairly close order, or is this no indication that could happen?
I think we've seen with Fran Drescher, SAG president, she's a little bit, I think she's like the Sean Fain at the UAW of Hollywood. She has come out very stridently against the CEOs, particularly against Bob Iger. She's really rallied and mobilized the voters there in SAG, and it's 160,000 members, about the size of the UAW. And I think she's going to be tough. I think that group is going to be tough. And remember, the whole reason for this strike is that people thought they had nothing to lose. The economics for workers in Hollywood had gotten that dire. So there's going to be a lot of rhetoric to unwind. It's all going to come down to, both with the writers and SAG, around data transparency, but SAG is up the ask even more to ask for revenue sharing, which is something, if you ever worked in Hollywood, that went out of fashion when Netflix entered the marketplace.
Right.